Hello, my name is Gino Barbaro, one of the co-founders of Jake and Gino and the creator of the Baby Money Soldiers concept. In this week's show, we're going to be diving into what is a baby money soldier, why 95% of the population never attains financial independence, and how you can start looking at your baby money soldiers in a different way. Let's jump right into it. Now, you may have never heard the term baby money soldiers. It's something that Jake and I came up with to try to really teach our kids about money. Try to make it as simple as possible. Try to gamify it. How many of you have heard of Rich Dad, Poor Dad? If you play that cash flow game, it is an amazing way to teach your kids. It's about gaming it. It's about creating pictures for them. So I've got a dollar bill, and I'm going to hold it up for you that are watching on YouTube. Every dollar that comes into your life is what we call a baby money soldier. You have to guard it with your life, and you have to understand how to spend this dollar. Those people who attain financial independence, financial freedom, which I said is only about 5% of the population, truly understand how to guard their baby money soldiers, and more importantly, how to allow them to procreate. It's not enough nowadays that you're making baby money soldiers and you're earning them. How you utilize them will really dictate the financial independence that you can create with your life. Let me give you a quick example. You're a W-2 earner. Well, right off the top, you're earning $1. Before you get that dollar bill, part of your baby money soldiers are gone, even before you receive them, to taxes. So you're not getting the whole dollar. Whereas if you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you're a real estate investor, you have certain tax advantages. So right off the bat, having your own business, owning real estate with the tax advantages, you're receiving more baby money soldiers. Now, the next part, and I'm going to do this in the next show, how you utilize them, what different ways you're using them, whether you're using for them expenses, luxuries, using them for charity, whatever that looks like. It's not important right now. Just understanding that the goal is to get your baby money soldiers, utilize them, invest them in assets, let them go out, let them procreate and create more baby money soldiers. The more baby money soldiers you can create, part of those you could use for your lifestyle, but part of those need to be repurposed and to go out and to take over more assets. And that's what Rich Dad was talking about when he's saying, hey, I don't get liabilities to pay for my assets. I'll buy an apartment complex. That cash flow from the apartment complex is paying for my luxuries. And that's in effect, he's utilizing his baby money soldiers efficiently. He's not buying liabilities. He's buying assets with his baby money soldiers. He's letting his baby money soldiers procreate, and he's using those to fund his lifestyle. Now, when we're talking about that and why most people aren't financially independent, it's because it's difficult early on. You need to defer gratification. And a lot of us have challenges and struggles with that. It's so difficult nowadays to go online and not to be bombarded with dozens and dozens of ads. It's easy to spend money, but I will guarantee it, if you can understand how your brain works with the dopamine and the excitement you get of making that purchase, if you can defer that and you learn how to train yourself to say, I'm not going to spend the money today, I'm going to save it, to invest it. If you can do that for the long term, you will become financially independent. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when and how long it's going to take you. I love to share this story about my son. When he was 16 years old, he wanted to spend his baby money soldiers, about $1,500 worth of them, on an amplifier. And I told him, Mike, you have $5,000 in the bank. I'm not going to allow you to kill those baby money soldiers. You already have 2 amplifiers. And as any teenager would do, he wore me down for the next 3 months, kept asking me. And I kept telling him no until we found the deal. And when we found the deal, I said, Michael, let's invest your baby money soldiers, the $5,000, into a deal. And when they start creating more baby money soldiers, maybe we can put some of that cash flow aside, and then you can do whatever you want. You want to buy an amplifier, whatever you want to buy. And fortunately, we did that. And what's great about the story is the fact that he 100x that investment. He's into 4 different deals now. We've refied that money out 3 times. He's getting cash flow every single month. He understood now it's okay to defer what I want tomorrow why don't I invest what I have today and allow that investment to grow, and it'll help pay for tomorrow? So now when I get a deal, he may have something on his mind where he's saying, hey, Dad, I want to go out and I want to buy, I don't know, he's into guns right now. I'm like, Mike, we have a deal right now. And he'll say to me, okay, got to hold off. I've got money in the bank. Let me buy and invest in the deal. That deal eventually will help me pay for the guns. So it's really important that most people cannot defer gratification, and they don't utilize their baby money soldiers efficiently. It doesn't matter whether you're earning $100,000 a year or $10 million a year. If you're not left with any money at the end of the year to save, to be able to invest in assets that can produce more baby money soldiers, you will never become financially independent. Now, I need to really go over right now what the three types of income are, because it's important that if you don't know this, you can at least start understanding how the wealthy get wealthier, and how those who are stuck in W-2 jobs, and even myself when I had a small business, I was stuck in that rat race. The first type of income is earned income. That's what you have at a job. You're working at a job. You're working for a small business like myself. I had the restaurant. I was making money every week. I was earning every week. Now that's taxed at the highest rate. That's why you're already killing your baby money soldiers there, because it's just got higher taxes. You're left with less money. Now, the goal in baby money soldiers and the goal to financial independence is to take that earned income and start putting it into the second and the third types of income, which is either portfolio income. Portfolio income is stocks, dividends, bonds. I mean, if you want to put whole life in there because it's got a cash value and it's guaranteeing a dividend, I guess you can classify that as well. And the third type is passive income. So what you're trying to do is to take that baby money soldier, you're earning it, and from there, you're putting it into portfolio and to passive income. And those two types of incomes are generating more baby money soldiers. Now, you can use that money generated from those two types of income for lifestyle, or you can put that right back into earning more portfolio and more passive income. And you see what happens, the snowball. All of a sudden, you're earning money at a job, taking that money, putting it into passive and portfolio. Passive and portfolio are working harder. They're making money for you, and then you're able to continue that snowball. I have to ask you this question, and you need to be honest with yourself. Are you working hard for your money, or is your money working hard for you? Now, I'm doing both right now, but when I was working at my W-2 job, and I call it a W-2 job because that's the way it felt, my small restaurant, that one restaurant that I had, I was working extremely hard. Once I understood that I needed to take that earned income and to put it into real estate and started buying assets with Jake, all of a sudden my money started working hard for me, whether it was the first 25 unit property. Then the next deal was 36 units. Then the next deal was 136 units. And before you know it, those assets were producing income. And I was able to roll those assets, use that baby money soldiers from there into the next deal and continue. And you can see how the snowball effect starts to grow. So understand those three types of income and what the goal is. You want your money to start working hard for you. You want those baby money soldiers to continue to procreate. Now, the four types of expenses, this is what you need to understand as well. The first one is a variable expense. They're month to month. Groceries, gas. The second one is fixed. Rent, insurance, those are fixed expenses. The third one are intermittent. Those are what happening. And now when you have 6 kids, I have a lot of intermittent bills. It's killing me every month. But thankfully, I've got my baby money soldiers that are being printed every month, and I can use them for the intermittent ones. And if you don't, one way to utilize those baby money soldiers, remember, you don't want them all out in properties, in deals, at total risk. You're going to need to have some baby money soldiers held back in reserve to be able to pay for these intermittent expenses, such as a car repair, such as a college tuition. Man, Mike, you're killing me, brother. I love you. I love my son, but I just paid the tuition. Was it worth it? Absolutely. But it's still an intermittent expense, and I killed those baby money soldiers. Now, to me, education is an investment as well, because I'm investing in his future, but at the same time, I need to use baby money soldiers to do that. And the fourth one is discretionary. Now, this is where we call something that's non-essential. And this is where most people fail and don't become financially independent. They use too many of their baby money soldiers early on for discretionary, whether they're going on a vacation, whether they're buying a luxury car, whether they're buying a new home, whether they're updating the home, whether they're fixing the basement, whatever it is. Once you do that early on, you are killing your baby money soldiers and they are not allowed to grow and to procreate. That's truly important to understand those 4 types of expenses and to understand how to allocate your money to have some left over to be able to go out and fight for you and to procreate for you. Now, in the next show, we're going to be diving into how people typically use their baby money soldiers, what kind of expenses, what kind of luxury. You remember, charity is another way to use baby money soldiers. It's a great way to have impact, to utilize them. And what I want you all to understand is what's important about the baby money soldier concept is to get a control and to get a handle on how you're spending your baby money soldiers and how you're investing them. Once you see the big picture for yourself and you have that control, you have that focus, wherever you put that focus, it will tend to grow. And if you're focused on achieving financial independence through utilizing your baby money soldiers wisely, then you will become financially independent. I want to thank you for spending part of your day with me. And remember, people with financial intelligence can change the world for the better. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like and subscribe so you'll never miss another episode.